Hey everybody, hope you're having a fabulous day. So my name is Robin, I own Horseman Readings. Just a little heads up that there is someone who is pretending to be me, and they're under Horseman, Horseman, okay? So just be careful of that. If you want to book in a session with me, you can go to horsemanreadings.com without an E, and you can also click my link tree that way. I have a membership group, which I highly recommend joining at any level. It might be helpful for you. As well, I have a class coming up next week, again, that you might be interested in. All right, so today we are doing free readings, and I'm also going to be offering some Reiki healing. What you'll also have access to is this entire video through my YouTube channel. So once that gets downloaded, once that gets downloaded, you'll be able to access that, and same thing from yesterday as well, just to get that extra healing. All right, so I'm feeling like really distracted for some reason. So focus might be something as a theme for people today to pay more attention to. I'm gonna be working with my crystal ball today. It's actually really hot on fire, so I'm getting that cleansing is also important. So focus and cleansing as a little bit of a theme, okay? I like to set an intention before I go in and do healing, and if you want a message while we're in this space, just write your real name and your age in the comments, and I will pick you as well. I'm going to start doing paid readings soon. I believe through PayPal when I come on here, and that way you can get an in-depth reading, or perhaps you can come on screen with me as well. I'm currently practicing some mediumship as well, so I might incorporate some of that in there, but for now I'm just doing more intuitive psychic work with a touch of mediumship, okay? So I've been doing Reiki for quite some time now. And I feel like I've mastered the world of Reiki, so all my training is now underneath my membership group, but I'm no longer teaching. I also have Akashic Records training in there as well. Warning, permanent ban will ensure if live video doesn't end within 5 minutes. Warning, permanent ban will ensure if live video doesn't end within 5 minutes. So yeah, I've definitely been I've been hacked and stuff, so I don't know if that's related, but it's not ideal. Permanent ban will ensure. Anyway, okay, let's just start our Reiki healing, okay? It's a prank. Yeah, strange. Okay, so focus is one of our things, and cleansing and clearing. Okay, so calling Reiki energy in for our group, feeling really emotional, feeling really overwhelmed. So just breathe through the energy right now. Probably why I want to work with my more legs can attract viewers. Keep it up. Okay. So you can tell I'm new to TikTok. So just gonna move through this energy. It feels like there's someone who has really big heart walls up, and so if you don't know what a heart wall is, it's basically when you're really guarded, okay? So it's I don't want anybody to hurt me, so I'm just gonna keep my heart really protected, right? And I know I have been that way in my life, certainly, definitely, because when you're sensitive, it's very easy to get hurt, right? So trusting that it's okay to receive anything to do with your heart chakra right now, okay? And again, if you want a message, just let me know. Just write your name and your age. I'm doing a contest right now underneath my Facebook, so if you want to add me as a friend underneath my Horseman Readings profile without an E, if you like and share any of my posts, I was just on there doing a live, which was a great discussion, and actually I'll put that underneath my YouTube channel as well, so in case you're not on Facebook. But if you like and share that underneath my Facebook, then you get entered into a contest for a free reading, which is really nice. I did that last week as well for a few days, so this week I did it for the full week. I also have a spiritual support team underneath Facebook, which is just like a group that you ask to join, and I do readings in there as well, or I'll ask questions, or I'll share things that for my programs for people for like homework and stuff, so everybody can kind of benefit from the homework if you want that. So everything so far is like heart chakra, okay? Thanks for the likes, guys. Yeah, energy's kind of moving. Maybe there was someone on here as well that left. So taking time to breathe while you're receiving, and again, if you want a message, write your name and your age. I was told to come on here and do a ritual. Yesterday I was told to come on here today to do a ritual. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a lemon spell. It's like or a ritual, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna tape that, and then since we can post up to 10 minutes, and then I'll put that underneath my horseman readings, and you can view it as many times as you need to, and you can also follow along that way. And if you are underneath my Horseman Readings YouTube, again, you can connect through my link tree. Please subscribe there. You'll also see more rituals and practices underneath my playlist, rituals and practices. So Sabina, 21. Okay. So right away, I get a lot of like tension in my back, which is like my solar plexus and my heart chakra. Okay, and so we're as you can see, we're working on the heart right now, right? But it's almost like on the back side. So what I get is that you might have been hurt in the past from possibly, could be a lover, but I kind of get more like even some friends, where I don't know if they like turned against you or talked about you or did something mean to you. And this could even be from like childhood even, but it just feels like it's time to like let that go. And I would also work on cord cutting as well. Okay, so underneath my meditations through YouTube, I have a guided meditation for cord cutting, and yeah, like my forgiveness program's also underneath my membership group if you're VIP. But I just get like in general, like you can do this on your own too. Right, by becoming aware of what we need to release is just sometimes that's all we need. Okay, so take it and throw it away. Take it and throw it away. Take it and throw it away. Only imagine what my neighbors think, huh? So we're cleansing, and there's this beautiful feather. Somehow it landed. I'll pick it up. From a bird. And whenever we find feathers, it's a sign from spirit, right? There's a loved one kind of sending you some love. So it's just funny that I noticed that. Also going to smudge, and I'm working with rose here as well. I've got some herbs here for grief. So if you're struggling with focus right now, you're welcome, Sabina. If you're struggling with focus, the biggest thing is like I'm just getting work on herbs for concentration. I do sell herbal tinctures. You can check that out in my link tree as well under my shop. Those are all now up to date. I've been working really hard on those, but like concentration, I get more like I have some mugwort, which might be helpful. These tinctures that I make, they're made with vodka and the herb and the dry herb, and then they sit for some of them up until a year. So they taste like crap, just so you know. But we mix it. I've been working with like some cranberry, like pure juice, and blueberry juice, and so those are really strong as well. So today I put nettle leaf in my juice this morning, and that one is kind of like I feel like a calmer herb. But concentration, I'm getting mugwort. Okay, so my tinctures for 4 ounces are $30, and for the 1 ounce, $18. So obviously the bigger one is better. Shipping is like $20 because they're in glass bottles that you have to use, and they're like the nice darker ones. So you can store your tinctures anywhere you want to in those bottles. Okay, so it's kind of nice to order a few different things, and if you need recommendations, just let me know, because I'm an intuitive and I'm offering healing to all my products as well. So of course I'm able to tune in and make some recommendations for you. Okay, I also don't prescribe or anything like that because I am not a doctor. So if you're on like medications and things like that, you know, your doctor is the one that would be able to tell you, like if you're, for instance, like I have a turmeric and a turmeric one, you know, turmeric is quite strong. So again, these are like highly concentrated. So if you're sensitive too, just like taking less. But again, you want to be careful if you're on like blood thinners or something like that. Okay, so those are more the ones that we want to, people who are on stuff like that, to be more cautious and careful. Okay, I am making mint currently, and the mint is really great if you are on medications. It's okay, of course, if you're not chugging the whole bottle at once. With herbs, we want to use them just like crystals, for the things that we have an issue with, right? So I don't always take the exact same thing over and over. Just so you know, let me know if you guys work with herbs. And your name and your age is what I'm looking for if you want a message. Did my boyfriend learn his lesson, and will he stop talking to other girls? Well, what I'm getting here is communication is very important between the two of you. Because I feel like he might not understand your reasoning behind things enough. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So you're asking if your boyfriend, if he learned. But what I'm actually getting is, yeah, you need to like keep communicating to him why this is so important. What are you really feeling coming from your heart? Like, is it painful? Is it hurtful? Is it jealousy? Is it shame? Is it blame? Is it guilt? Like, what's going on there? Okay, so if you want to book in a reading to get more specifics, you can. As I was saying, I'll be doing paid readings on here soon, but I'm still offering just like some free readings because it feels good to give. So moving some throat chakra energy right now, throat and heart and solar plexus. So if you don't know what the solar plexus is, guys, the solar plexus is where we, when it's open, okay, it's like right here. When it's open, we can breathe, we don't have any anxiety, we're feeling really creative, we can think outside of the box, we can problem solve, that sort of thing, okay? I don't even know what to ask, there's so much going on. The word screaming in my head is stability. All right, Mary freaking Camastra, probably not saying that right. Okay, so I get a sense of overwhelm here. Okay, so that's essentially what we're working on right now, is like shift your mindset is what I'm getting. Okay, so you have beautiful energy, but it's important to just keep things light in your life right now. Okay, because sometimes we we take on other people's burdens. And if you're really, really kind, sometimes you can get taken advantage of. So boundaries is something that we're always working on. So working on communicating your wants, your needs, your desires, which is interesting because you're like, I don't even know what to ask. And so it's about being a little more detail oriented with the universe. So when you're manifesting, which I'm going to grab my crystal ball for you. When you're manifesting, you've got to know what your desires are, right? So our next new moon is on the 17th. If you want to join my membership at the beginner level or even at the pro level, that's only $11.11 Canadian or $33.33. And I do new moon rituals, so manifestation work that everything's pre-recorded for you, and there's some programs in there, some meditations, just like a bunch of really helpful supportive stuff. If you join at the pro level, you can email me anything that you have going on, and then when I go to do my next videos, I create content based on what you've got going on. Otherwise, I tune into our group, okay? But that's coming up because it feels like you're working on your dreams. I also have a dream workshop in the beginner level too, which can be really helpful for understanding what's going on unconsciously. But I'm really getting, you've got to tell the universe, hey, this is what I want. And I kind of feel like my grief ceremony underneath my YouTube channel could be helpful for you. So underneath my playlist, Rituals and Practices, the grief ceremony might be helpful. So you can get healing and theta healing in there as well for anything that you might be grieving. And sometimes that's just an old version of us. But I'm getting you really need somebody to uplift you right now, okay? Which is what you're here to do. So don't be too hard on yourself about that. I'm building a house very soon in the next so many months. And I'm so looking forward to just being out in nature in peace. No neighbors. Because I'm doing this really cool thing for you guys, but it probably doesn't look very cool to others. And I am in Canada. Yep. I'm actually in New Brunswick. I'm from Nova Scotia. Live in New Brunswick. My husband's from New Brunswick. So again, just like talk about what's going on too. You know, sometimes we just need to talk about it. Sometimes I have clients where they just need to get together in a group setting and talk. And I realized that last night when I went to go watch a replay from our intuitive class, which is now underneath my VIP membership group, so you can catch the replay if you want to. But I was like, oh my God, these people really just need to talk, you know, like they need to be around like-minded people. Taylor's version. Hello, Emily. So yeah, sometimes we forget how badly we need support, you know, or someone to listen. So if you have a tendency to be independent and be like a strong woman, that can get old and heavy too when we're in our masculine too much. So we've got to drop over into our softer, more gentle side, I guess. So money is masculine energy. So like when we're hyper focused on like time and money, too much, then yeah, we've got to drop over to the more like rest and digest, things that are calming for us, things that are more nurturing. As my puppy comes over to say hello. It's really hot here today. So in Ontario, it's even hotter. So yeah. Yeah, I love working with people that are also like not too far off of my time zone. That's me all the time as an entrepreneur. Okay, yeah. So just something to work on. In my membership group as well, like not everybody wants to learn by listening to videos, like they want that live and interactive stuff, so feel free to join Like my next program I have coming up, it's only $75 Canadian, which is awesome. And like my class next week, so you can check those things out. But in the membership group, I do have some like manifestation work to help, and you can receive the healings and the clearings around like money blocks, and just ways to move forward with things. I think you might relate, Mary, you might relate to some of the other people in there. Patty from BC, amazing. So feel free to write your name and age down if you would like your own message. And you don't have to ask a question. And we're just doing Reiki here right now, so feel free to even just be here to receive with, and you can say out loud like that you're receiving, giving permission, right? Consent, you can say something out loud like I consent. Sorry, I forgot to write name and age, Mary, 48. No problem. So 48 makes, I'm getting like 12, so like 4 and 8 make 12. So numerology, you've got like someone who's tired, drained, emotionally stressed, right? We're talking about some of those things, but then we've got someone who's like ready to start living and changing and growing and doing the things. So beautiful new start, but sometimes it's just getting back to the things like you used to do, right? So like maybe you took a little break from spirituality and just coming back to it, or maybe like learning and you're coming back to that, or like-minded people, whatever it is. But you also have this like fun side too, so it's important to, just relax and enjoy life a little bit more, because if we're a fun person, like we need to be doing fun things, right? Stuff that we love to do, things that we're passionate towards. So I'm sure as an entrepreneur, you're very passionate about everything, I'm sure, but like about what you do. But we can lose that fire too. So we've got to shift things over. So that's why I like these herbal tinctures that I was talking about that you can check out through my shop. They're so like fun to learn and play with. It's like making little magic potions. And sometimes I need to shift over to like painting and doing some creative stuff and like, making things, right? Because it's a little different than working with my people, but I'm still doing like, I'm still helping people, but it's like I get to help them through herbs, I guess, which is just a nice little shift sometimes. Just like when I work on my one-on-ones versus my group setting, it's just completely different. So the next new moon, Mary, my recommendation, so if you hop into our membership, you'll get access to the new moon ritual, which I think will be really powerful for you because you're so ambitious. I feel like your manifestation work will come into fruition very happily because the universe sees you doing all this hard work. I'm getting to like manifest more like for your health, like healing any like throat chakra blocks, things like that. Very enlightening, and you are so coming to listen to. Thank you. If you knew me in person, you wouldn't say that. I like to laugh. I'm feeling really emotional, guys. So I'm Simran, 25. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but for you, your numerology reads more like self-reflection right now. I think this Reiki healing is actually very good for you because I feel like you're kind of in planning mode and you're going through some changes, and it's important to just kind of get that energetic uplift. Okay. In my crystal ball here, I also have like Simran, that you're like, just by receiving, you're letting go of some old energy too. I do Reiki healing as well, if that's something you want. In my one-on-one sessions, I do 1 hour for 90 minutes, and I do half an hour for $55. Sorry, so it's $90 for 1 hour and $55 for half an hour. Oh my goodness. The energy's been so weird today. There's like a lot of people I feel like who are just going through a lot. And my mediumship is like really coming through here with you guys. I just saw like somebody sitting over my chair. So perhaps you had someone that passed. I'm getting like a female, but then I'm also getting a male. There's two. So perhaps those people are coupled up, like a grandfather and a grandmother. But they're showing themselves, the male is showing he died first, and he wasn't like super old either. One last note, and this sounds crazy, but I think I dreamt of you last night. Oh, that's so sweet. Nothing creepy. I remember seeing you in passing. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely drawn to you, Mary. I can see you coming into a group setting and the membership. I see you starting in the membership at the beginner level, just because sometimes like we just need to start from like with the dream workshop and like that new moon ritual, because it sounds like you're kind of like you've got a lot on the go, but I do see you hopping into even maybe the energy work class next week. There's one girl in that class that she would tell you this anyway. So like she had some burnout, and she's just getting back into her spiritual practice. So I'm really proud of her for like getting back in the game, right? So you're talking about kind of like you just getting back on track, right? And I'm hearing ebb and flow. So if you're hopping on, you want a message, just write your name and your age. So yeah, somebody's got some grandparents here. And I'm hearing, I am with you all the time. And they're also here, more the grandmothers, like loving this healing. This has been wonderful. Too bad you weren't closer. Well, I don't do anything in person anyway. And I ship for all of my stuff as well. Probably my dad. Oh well. Okay. Very much could be, because the first thing I saw was like was a man, but then I was also getting that there were grandparents there too. So yeah, Mary, if you're having a little sadness, or anybody that's working through sadness right now, because like obviously when we lose someone we love, that like grief never really goes away. I'm feeling like that's where the spirituality comes up for you, just to keep diving deeper into that, because I think you're gonna unravel some secrets, some codes and things like that, like light codes. I don't know. In my Akashic Records training, and I'm hearing Ascended Masters as well. I feel like the Akashic Records, if you end up like beginner and then switch up to pro, the Akashic Records could be helpful for you as well. That's what I discovered light language for myself anyway. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Thank you. You know why I do this? Because I love stuff like this too. And it's nice to have free healing, you know? When I hear people kind of complaining like about resources, it's having the internet now is amazing. So there is someone who I feel like had a little chip on their shoulder, but I actually feel like it's gone. That we just removed it. So cool. If you're sensitive, this type of healing is amazing, because it's like you can clear stuff so quickly. It's actually helping me too, guys, just so you know. Where did you get your hat, by the way? I love the style, and I'm heading to Africa end of the month. Amazing. Amazon. Yeah, my husband bought it for me for my birthday when we went on our honeymoon to Dominican this year. And I'm on my way to Greece. So I'm going to take a little bit of time off. And then I'm coming back, and then I'm going to start up my meditation and Theta Healing 6-week program for that, only $75. So, and then the replays you can catch as well if you can't make it. That's what I'm noticing in these 6 weeks I've been teaching. This is my 6th week doing the class on Monday nights. There's always like a couple people in the class, but some people are switching out, like someone can't make it and then another person comes in, so it's kind of cool. And that's why I'm continuing to teach, because people are really loving it. And sometimes people like to not feel strapped for cash or time, right? So it's nice when you feel like you're really getting a lot for not a small amount. That's how I work too. I used to charge a lot, and I had clients paying like $222 for like an hour session, but then it feels like that's not necessarily affordable for everybody. So I'm like, lately my mindset has been, let's help the people that are meant to be on my path and like not think about the money portion of things, because the exchange has to be, I don't know, I feel like accessible, right? Because I know we all have different paths financially too. Like, not everybody is meant to be rich in this life. Heck, I wouldn't want you to be. I wouldn't want everybody to be. So don't forget, money is energy. Thank you for the roses. Not many people can do that. Thank you. Well, I have been given so many opportunities. It's making me feel emotional. I have just been so fortunate, I really have. Like, I have an amazing partner who is just like the kindest, sweetest man. And to have even energetically have like come across his path, it just made me feel so happy. Yes, right now I'm just doing free readings. You just need to write your name down and your age, and I will tune in to you while we do this healing. And then also my actual readings are $55 Canadian for half an hour. You can do it over the phone, over Zoom, even email if you like, or it could even be through Messenger if you needed it that way. But and then my 1 hour is 90. So Maria, 44. Okay, my puppy wants in. So Maria, I'm getting a lot of like neck and ear chakra for you. So the ear chakra is kind of like when we need to hear positive things about us. Like it feels like you need more compliments and things like that from others, like words of encouragement. Because sometimes I feel like you're doing a lot, but you're not getting the recognition or the rewards for all that you do. So maybe that is a matter of just communicating to people that you need a little more inspiration in your life, or a little more kindness. So even reading some inspiring things, or again, doing inspiring things, just the word inspiration is really coming up, because like you're such a loving, kind person, and I just get that you deserve that. Yeah, it's your worth, right? Okay, 25, that is amazing. I'm going to check out your website, fellow Canadian. Amazing, perfect. I'm attracting lots of Canadians in here, which I love. Okay, so Ange, 25. So 2 is right now I'm getting that it's like partnerships are really important for you at this time. And 5 represents some changes. And so 5 and 2 together make 7, which is really about spirituality and trusting that spirit has your back, the universe has your back, and that there's like a plan for you, okay? And what I'm getting is like that, you're welcome. I'm getting for you that your path is kind of like different than a lot of other people's, okay? And so we'll use our crystal ball here as well. And I feel like sometimes you might feel like you're getting caught up in like things that you don't want to get caught up in. And my recommendation is to see through people more. Okay, so that's where the relationships are coming up. And so I feel like you've got some beautiful gifts and beautiful talents that you're still working on. But sometimes we need other people to tell us like what they are and then help us with it, right? Probably why you're drawn towards me. Because yeah, I get that like when you start kind of like opening up to these gifts, your life is gonna change tremendously, okay? And that's a really beautiful message. But I know for myself on my healing journey, because you're 25, I started when I was, well, I felt a lot of things as a child, but I started around 21 and I'm 37 now. And I'm so grateful that I started young, because there are a lot of people who are like in their 80s who just have not tapped into their spirituality, and then they're going near death time and they're like, oh, maybe I should start doing this, right? So yeah, I tried meditating and sketching and I could never quiet my mind down enough. Okay, well, the meditation and theta healing program that I have coming up August 14th until September 18th, every Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. So depending on where you are, if you can make it or not. The replays are also available. You might find that's helpful, because the reason why we're doing theta healing is because if you're finding like you can never quiet your mind, then there's something, I call that monkey mind, then that means there's something like feeling like emotional that's going on, okay? So again, that's where I kind of come in and I'm like, okay, well, let's clear and release these emotions so we can help you quiet your mind, okay? I'm in Vancouver. Is that Ontario time? No, it's the East Coast Atlantic Standard Time. So right now it's 2:15. So you are 4 hours. So I don't know what your schedule is like. That makes so much sense. Yeah, so I'm already actually feeling a little lighter. So I'm getting, for someone here, music is coming up. Let's turn up my music. I'm also hearing the word judgment as well. Like there might be someone who's coming on here who has a hard time communicating as well. Are you a maritimer then? That also makes so much sense. I'm from Nova Scotia and I live in New Brunswick. My husband's from New Brunswick. When I was meditating, I was trying to listen to a frequency on Spotify. Okay, perfect, yeah. So yeah, what I'm doing in these classes is I'm shifting it to like all kinds of different meditation. So it's not like you're not just sitting there and quiet. I'm kind of like tuning into where the group's energy is. We're clearing energy. I'm getting like gratitude for you. And specifically would be like more of a nice meditation if you put something on that's like a gratitude meditation where they say like, okay, now focus on what you're grateful for. So inside of your head, you're actually saying those things, so it'll shift your vibration. Because at the end of the day, we're using meditation to get something, right? And so the replays to all of my meditations, I'm on week 6, Monday night, are going to be up for my VIP members as well. So that's $55 a month to join. You can cancel at any time. So much content in there that you can receive and get healing from, trainings, you name it, and it's just getting better and better, bigger and bigger, which is great. But yeah, the replays on Monday night, that'll be our last class, and then I'm going to post in there the last 6 classes as well. So on top of like, you know, joining for only $75 and then getting the replays into your email if you can't make it, but I'm still tuning into your energy, and you can even email me things that you want to focus on or things that are going on with you if you can't make it, and then I'll tune in for that specifically, which is pretty amazing, I think. So yeah, but then you can also get, so like you can get all of those replays as of Monday night too. So it kind of can hold you over until then too. Thank you so much for the gifts. I'm very new here, so I'm still figuring out how TikTok works. There, so the energy is moving down a little bit. This is really good for a lot of people to be tapping into their crown chakra a bit more. So talk about Reiki, meditation, that's more crown chakra work. And brushing the aura. I'm already feeling like things are more peaceful. Just lighting my rose here. And I'm gonna smudge. So we're also letting go of some fear and anxiety as well. Don't forget, guys, a lot of our fears, they kind of just like don't go away until we work on them, you know? It's always something in the back of our head. So my theta healing that I do, if you don't know what theta healing is, you can go click my link tree, check out my blog. It explains a little bit more about what that is. But the theta healing that I offer, I pretty much do in all of my sessions now because it's so powerful. So it's really tapping into the subconscious and limiting beliefs that we have. And kind of understanding that some of the beliefs that we have don't even belong to us. It's something we picked up along the way. Sometimes it's society, ancestral. When I started to realize that and doing the work on myself, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like from my mom, not even me. So when I cut that energy, that cord, I guess, and recognize it and becoming aware of it, I'm like, holy crap, like why would I continue that? It's not even mine. It's genetic. Whew. It's really powerful stuff. I have to go back to work, but thank you so much for everything. I have a wonderful year of Thank you. Thank you very much. Energy feels lighter. And if anybody wants to watch this from the beginning, if you're just hopping on, later on this will also be underneath my YouTube channel. Yesterday's Reiki healing and readings are on there, and there's always stuff that you can get from those. I think this might be like my fifth one on there now. I find sometimes if you're at work, just putting things on even silently in the background can be helpful too. I sneak a lot of healing into my home. My husband's been a little stressed, so I put a little Reiki healing on in the background or at nighttime. And I've been doing more work on him lately as well, which is nice. And I work on myself every single day. So if you're not getting healing sessions, if you're not getting readings, if you're not doing Reiki, if you don't know how to do Reiki, these are all really, really important things. For some reason, I feel like I'm supposed to tell somebody that I'm a yoga instructor. Might not look like one, but I am. I'm doing I have my 200 hours to teach. But I'm doing my 500 hours very slowly online. I did my 200 in person, and then now I'm doing the 500 online. And it's really nice to do it at my own pace. Because yoga's so powerful. It's not just about abs, you know. Like in my membership group, I do have some like beginner yoga stuff, just for people starting out, more of like the mindfulness portion of things. Some yoga nidra, which is sleep yoga, which is equivalent to like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, which is amazing if you're sleep deprived. So yeah, my yoga journey has been interesting. When you do your training, you go through a lot of changes. A lot of stuff from your past comes up, old trauma, stuff like that. So it's a pretty powerful tool. I would like to start teaching more like a kind of what I'm doing with my meditation and my Theta healing, like a 6-week or 7-week or even maybe 8 weeks of yoga, just like once a week. But I feel like I kind of want to do like a beginner one, but also like a medium level one. So thanks for the inspiration. When I do Reiki, like I find it so easy to pick up information in the space, because it's like it's more peaceful. We're more calm, right? That's what we need when we're looking to do more intuitive work. So I combine Reiki in pretty much all of my sessions. I just kind of call the energy in for people with their permission, or when they're starting to talk about something really heavy. So if you want a message, let me know. Just write your name and your age. I'm feeling like closing out of the energy now. And I'm sending you so much love to your heart. Let's give us a last message here. And anyone else that wants a message, just say your name and your age. Okay, so I'm getting that there's someone who needs closure on something right now, like that there's something that they feel like they need to understand before they can close the door on either like a relationship, a job, a situation. So if that's you, just contact me and I can help you. All right, guys, my link tree is in my bio. Bye for now.